that's where, yeah, that's where I was brought up in London, and what I've learned is traveling abroad a lot in the last 2 years. And when I was in my 20s, I got to travel to faraway places and to meet people and to expand consciousness. And then I met Kelly soon after traveling around the world. I went to South America for a few months. I returned to London. I went to India. I went to Mexico. And then I was introduced to Kelly in London through the university where I was studying. We made connection there. And yeah, that was in my early 20s. And that's where the journey began of learning holistic medicine, yoga, meditation, urine therapy, Taoist tradition, teaching, practice. Yeah, it was a real blessing to meet someone who's already integrated a lot of techniques into one, and who needed people with him who could help him to rise up in the best way possible.
So these methodologies and these practices were coming at you when you first started practicing them. Did they make sense to you? Did you have much to free and open your mind to understanding them, or did it come natural to you?
Well, before I met Kelly, or just as I was getting to know him, we had experiences and we had, shall we say, lessons together. From me, lessons and also visions that he would share his experience, and then I experienced my own version of such profound occurrences, you know, in that way. So it was pushing me on that we were being guided to learn together and for me to work with him. So in that way, it became natural. But there were moments where it took a couple of weeks where he first told me about the urine therapy, and I'd already heard about it 3 years earlier when I was in India. Someone had given me the Golden Fountain book in Dharamsala or in Manali. And I said, actually, I'm not ready for this yet, but maybe one day. And that was when I was 19. Then I'm 22, 23, and Kelly tells me about the same technique. And it took it just at the same time as meditation came to me. So that benefit was there. And I had the chakra awareness with the urine therapy at the same day, on a basic level, yet there was an awakening that was all intertwined with the chakras, the kundalini, and with the knowledge that your own water is blessed. There was a family of coming to me at the same moment that I was able to. It took about 2-3 weeks for me. Then I drank the elixir when I was in Israel in September of 2000. And the first day I said, okay, let me just have a drink of it now. Let me see what it's about. It was in the morning. And I said, okay, the morning is supposed to be the best one. So I drank it in the morning, through the mouth. And I said to myself, let me go have a swim. And when I drank it, that first moment, the actual thought of it was worse than the action. And it became a very easy thing to do once I started drinking it. And then I went swimming. And I swam all day up until 3 in the afternoon. And I was not hungry at all. And I could have kept going. And Kelly had shown me a good way to swim that takes like a slow process, but it's really gradual and it helps you to be able to swim for a good while. So I was able to enjoy the presence of the technique of yoga swimming with the urine inside me. And it was absolutely, that was like the sun was shining and I can't forget that day. It was just a glowing day.
So other than the fact that Kelly Ra had told you about urine therapy and you were willing to do it, was there any health challenges or any motivation or calling from your soul? Was there any deeper motivation for you to start that practice?
At that moment, it was only the profound experiences and journeys that I had shared in the previous few months, meeting Kelly, that it had all led up to, risen up to that moment of drinking my own water, that there were so many insightful and charming, delightful ways that I've experienced that it just was all part of it. But there was a part of me that had taken a lot of ecstasy in my early 20s, maybe for a year and a half. I'd experimented with recreational party drugs, and to such a degree that drinking it was also a calling for me on a deeper level. You know, the higher master in me wanted me to drink it to start the healing process for what I'd taken and for what I'd been at the party scene. And Kelly was there. Kelly was there, you know. He gave me the guidance I needed. Someone who was spiritual but also enjoyed to dance in the party too.
Yeah, so thank you, Kelly Ra, for launching his Shivambu journey. And I'm grateful for anybody who joins in. I've been doing Shivambu for 25 years, and it's near and dear to me. And every time I'm either drinking it, doing enemas, eye washes, foot soaks, you guys catch my videos, I'm bowing and giving reverence to it.
Yes.
Because to me, it's the creator in process, giving you back your power, giving back your strength and your health.
Have you practiced with letting go the first part first, keeping the middle, and then letting go the last part?
No, I've tended to just drink the entire amount. I know traditionally with the Damar Tantra they teach that, but it hasn't affected me for better or worse.
All right. Because I found, for me, it's been a good exercise because you get to identify the emotional difference with the actual elixir. Also, I'm a person that recites mantras before one drinks the elixir. That helps bring that kind of quality of what you're affirming, and respects, you would say, from 1 to 108 different types of names, identifying with specific heavenly deities that I've been guided to be aware of through practicing meditation, Sahaja Yoga.
Would you say that the mantras prior to doing Shivambu practice is to invoke the presence of the Shivambu or any kind of masters nearby?
Yeah, it's to help to keep the emotion clean and alive, and also restore your memory of, because the prayers that one says are written in English, but also are written of what you're invoking, and recognize the quality of what you're affirming.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank you.
Me,
keep going.
Pardon? Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
That's been, yeah, for me, that's been a quality that is a process that has helped me to generate physical qualities with the elixir. We're altering the physical consumption of that. With respect to drinking to the nose, I wasn't aware that a woman and there was had experienced drinking through the nose herself from 1973. One thought that I was the person that actually invented the technique. But from practicing now,
Rosalind, that's Rosalind Hanson. You mentioned it on an interview with Weedu, Shivambu. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Roz.
But through practicing new ways to use the hands of how to drink it, instead of just like drinking it straight like that, I'm able to drink with the cup this way. I'm able to drink with the ears covered and covering the nose. So there's many ways now that I've found that you can benefit tremendously from drinking the golden water. And also, fortunately, I've been able, through using the prayers, the mantras, been able to sedate wine in a way, like it's like a spiritual alchemy of having a good bottle of wine, be it from South America or Italy or France or Australia, and basically opening it up, saying a mantra over that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you've said the mantra, it's like airing it, as some people like to air the wine before they drink it.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm able to just like air it, but say a mantra over airing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I'm having it, the wine through the nasal, I'm also keeping wine in the mouth as a catalyst to, once the one that's drunk through the nose has gone in, that's in the cup, I'm able to spit out the one that I've saved in the mouth, that has collected the saliva in the mouth while I've been drinking, and then have that, as I call it the spunky one.
The spunky one.
Because it's got a spunky texture of going through the effort of drinking the wine through the nasal while keeping it in the mouth. So I call it, it's like this funky elixir of the experience. And that for me is very therapeutic, especially even today before we spoke to you, one combined some aged urine in the cup with the wine, the spunky one. And the spunky one, and the spunky one was able to take away the pneumonia stringent quality from the urine that I've had preserved from a few months. It became so concentrated. But once I put this funky wine with the saliva that I had saved in the mouth while drinking the wine through the nose, after while also affirming mantras while drinking through the nose, I wanted to say that also that I'm also, before one drinks the wine, one also says the prayers. But also when I'm drinking the wine, one also says prayers too. That way, I'm getting a complete evolution from what I'm doing and clearing the environment. I'm clearing myself individually, community, global, universal. So I'm going through the whole spectrum because I'm also aware of the Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar, it's an ancient Mayan calendar, and the Mayan calendar states clearly, once you're aware of who you are in that system, you can also you can also relate your urine to the ancient system that's been translated, here's the beauty, into English. And you can see who you are. And you can see if you're a galactic activation portal, or you can see who you are in the whole system as itself. Me, myself, I'm a galactic activation portal in the system. That means you channel through the cosmos. You might be yourself a galactic activation portal. That means you're a booming of energy. You've got so much energy, you just don't want to stop doing what you're doing.
You talk about the Mayan calendar, the astrology of the Mayan civilization, and the galactic activation portals. I don't know if you know that much about it. They're once or twice or 3 times a month. You know what your galactic sign is? Your galactic signature?
No, I just know me. Not so much.
It's good to have a look at the Mayan astrology.
Yeah, because it helps your golden water. Yeah, it helps the golden water improve, progress, become clearer. Because if the emotion is in a position to register an ancient calendar that has been translated clearly into English that relates to everyday situations and phenomena. And that way, the emotion of what you're having has the possibility to not only to improve the calendar that you know already, but also a calendar that's come from before. And also, lots of people are doing it. It's not like it's a new
Ancient calendars.
Yeah. It's not lots of people are actually practicing this awareness. So, in one's respect, is if once you do look into it, Gerald,
Brother Sage, yes.
Yeah. Once you do look into it, you say, "Gosh, Kelly was right. I'm very pleased. I'm looking into this."
The guy was spot on. Let me ask you a question again about the nose drinking, because when we're done at the end of the show, Samuel, I'd like you to give people your website address, Facebook page, any kind of way to connect with you so we can support you and your work. When people are drinking the urine through the nose or wine or whatever it is, let's just go with the urine at this point.
Yes.
Are they attempting to correct a condition? Or they have a specific outcome in mind? Or are they just wanting to rehydrate the sinus cavities and open up the pineal gland?
Yeah, I'd say that overall, the benefits work with you on every level, right? So that even if you have something or you don't, or in the past you had something, whatever it is that you may have had or you may be having now, it's going to benefit you drinking through the nose, the elixir on an everyday kind of level. It's like if you don't drink the water through the nose, your own water, and you give it to the toilet and you throw it away and you see it as waste, so then it affects your whole cellular level, your spiritual, your emotional, your physical level is all going to be affected by that. It's like you're throwing yourself in the toilet on one level. If you do the opposite and you start to nurture yourself and keep the water, recycle it, watch what you eat, be aware of what you drink, then your body is going to give you the water blessed, and you're going to drink it with mantras. If you know, you need to learn about your chakras and about, as Kelly mentioned earlier, saying affirmations, saying mantras when you drink your urine, saying prayers. Then you're going to be giving yourself that same love. So I'd say everything it will work with. But I can ask Kelly can speak now. Yeah, please.
Right, thanks. Yeah, once you're aware of the subtle system in your body, as I've been communicating before, and once you know the qualities that they are, then your emotions will naturally improve rapidly, because they'll know that you know the qualities of your own system. That's how come I've been practicing meditation, Sahaja Yoga, for over 20 years, Fabian. And sorry.
Brother Sage.
Yeah.
Brother Sage.
Brother Sage.
Brother Sage.
Thank you, brother.
Sage. Brother Sage. It's
Thank you.
like, yeah, it's like, yeah.
So, let me add something to what you said when you were talking about how you approach the use of the shibambu, either through the nose or through the mouth, is going to give it the qualities or the finest spiritual qualities you can. Whenever I enter the situation, I've been teaching this for years, is things are sacred if you say they are sacred, if you honor them and begin with the honoring. Like when we first meet each other, we honor the light within each other, not the intellect, the ego, the personality, but we go right to the heart of that being. It's the same with the Shivambu. Since that is bringing us renewed life, regenerating our cells, and bringing us health and happiness, we give thanks. Because without it...
Are you aware of Sahaja Yoga?
Only through Samuel's website and through his Facebook. I'm not as versed as you guys are.
Okay, it'd be cool if you able to look at their, ask them if they can, or go to a meeting somewhere, wherever you are, if there's a meeting somewhere, and go there and ask them if they can give you, please ask them if they can give you the qualities of the chakras.
Yeah, I would love to. And it's,
and what they mean.
Yeah.
What they
and what they mean. That way, once you check them out, you can return to your own environment, drink your water, and you go, oh, I can see the quality now. I can see where it's related to my body. Yeah. I've been doing that for over 20 years, and naturally, if I'm speaking to you directly, the way we are, and I'm a person who does drink quality water, and I've got a history of how that's been experienced before I even knew it was even what it was. I had experience doing that, drinking the water. So that's how come it's good to, with respect to what we're communicating, for your person to be able to look up the qualities of what your own body. You do take a reading. You can say, right, I'm aware of the chakras.
Yes.
And the qualities that the urine and the water is all integrated with, and how to improve that. Because I see, for me, it's a foundation. It's a foundation, because before I learned about the quality of drinking your own water, I was already accomplished in the awareness of yoga, and also in the awareness of lovemaking in respects to preserving ejaculation. So having them foundation already clear in one system, and then experiencing golden water, that's given me the type of address this before you really start addressing the water. Address these foundations. Address the foundation of knowing your chakras. Address the foundation of knowing how to make love. Because if you're drinking your urine and then you're making love and you ejaculate without knowing, or without having the choice of containing your ejaculation from the woman having an orgasm, or from your passion from when you're making love, then it's going to affect your own emotion, your own urine, your own urine will say, come on, you know, you're not making love. You don't really know how to make love. You're not really aware of your chakras. Here you are, you're drinking me. Yeah. So you've got to improve that relationship with your own cells in your body and the awareness of this technology that's been here for over 30 years.
Mhm.
In respect to the person that's shared it to the world. The person that's shared
Samuel.
it to the world. She's known as Strategy, and she shared it from 1970. Yeah. Since 1970, the awareness of what I'm saying has been already in the field. That's how come I've asked you clearly, are you aware of Sahaja Yoga? And you said to me clearly that you're not as aware as you'd like to be. And
I'm aware.
Yeah, that's where I feel if you were up the road now, say if you were 10 minutes away, yeah, I'd come up and see you. You come up to see me.
Let me say something.
You see what I mean? So it's
I
not
connect
that
to what you
easy.
say before. I connect to what you say about.
Go ahead, Samuel.
Yeah, I connect to what you say just before about how it's certain things you might give your attention to and they rise up. Yeah, but those also have to be scientifically reinforced, scientifically valid, logical, like Kelly's saying. Yeah, so all the techniques, the elixir, it's scientifically, it's logical. Yeah, when you look the Tao, when you look at it, when you maintain.
Ask him, has he experienced the Tao?
Yeah, let me get there. When you maintain,
We'll get
like you
there.
said, when you retain semen during lovemaking, it's scientifically logical. You know, the cerebrospinal fluid located in your semen. If a man continually ejaculates several times a week, he's going to be aging much faster than a person who doesn't and makes love and maintains it with affirmations about the true self, the fellow who truly, as Kelly's saying just now. Beautiful. You know, it's scientific and it's spiritual combined, divine science.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
verified. It's a verified experience what we're talking. So it's not a hypothesis.
Yeah, it's not a theory.
Actually verify
you can
for your own body. Yeah, that way.
Logical.
That way you're able to nurture from your semen, from your nutritions, as if they're urine too. Because if you look deeper into the urine, there is semen in the urine. There is blood particles in the urine. So it's already there. Yeah. And it's written in the
cross
ancient
is in
books
there.
that the urine is supposed. Yeah. Pardon? The cross. No, the cross.
Okay.
Yeah, it's written in the ancient books that the urine. After how long have you been having your urine?
25 years.
Exactly. So I've had it about the same as long as you.
Yeah, my Bible was the same as yours, Golden Fountain.
Yeah. So you got to agree. If you need to, that's where you need the improvement that comes with that to be more aware of the subtle qualities that are connected to the water anyway. Yeah. A lot of the mantras that I'm aware of yoga. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm able to see that they actually are addressing the golden water. And if me and you were sitting together, I'd be in a position to pinpoint specific expressions of these prayers, and you go to me, oh my gosh, I see what you're saying. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of doing kirtan. I go to kirtan about 2 or 3 times a week. And when I'm there, I'm just there for the devotional songs and devotional music. I don't care who's in the room or who I know. When I go there, I get really involved with it. I get really lost in it. And I look for that moment when my throat opens up and the sweet spot collapses and I can sing my heart out to the divine.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's the beauty of what you're saying, is that once you become aware of your own qualities on a subtle level, you'll be able to share that same experience with individuals around you. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the quality of that. So once you become better aware of your own, they call them chakras, but they
centers.
Yes. They call them chakras.
The P doctor.
Yeah, but in translation they actually mean actions. Yeah. So it's just being aware of the subtle actions that have been around for thousands of years, but only recently they've been clearly translated to what they are.
Mm-hmm.
That way, it's easier to know when to stop, when to communicate, or when to say this or when to say that. because you have the subtle quality awareness of what they mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You see
you
what I'm
can
saying?
also discover which ones are stuck, which ones are not
Exactly.
spinning, which ones are not open, and you can see where you got to get some clarity, some movement, some therapy, whatever it takes to clear it up. Samuel, I wanted to ask you, what is your work, for the most part, the work that you're doing for the planet right now? Is it primarily working with Kelly and doing the drinking through the nose, or can you share with us what the majority of your work's about?
Yeah, the primary focus, I've had a few choices recently and I had to make a decision. I returned to London from traveling, as many people know, after being in Thailand and India and also Turkey. And I decided that I want to train up to get good at teaching the physical side of yoga and the asanas, which they're also spiritual, naturally, the asanas, they're deeply spiritual. But in that sense, I want to learn that side of yoga that I haven't really worked on. So I was going to look for some options that suit me best in terms of what's the type of yoga first to start practicing, and then eventually I want to do a teacher training so I can then start a class that's going to be physical asanas. We'll say start with meditation and then have asanas, then meditation, then have some music and sound therapy in the same workshop. And I've done it before in Thailand with two beautiful ladies who I'd like to reunite with and do another class with. And we had 3 classes we gave public, and we did about 5 private ones. And we're not private, but they were just the 3 of us or 4 people. And they were just completely and utterly cleansing, 3.5 hours, 4 hours. We were in dreamland for the whole day. Like we did it about 7 a.m. and finished about 10 and 10:30, and the whole day they were just like complete dreamland. We did it for 5 days in a row. So if I could do the asanas too, and with Kelly, and maybe they can join us too, visit us, we could do a class together around the world and just share that, and then start a community and have a farm.
Yeah,
He
well,
knows it's true, so he's happy.
he's very happy. If you've done it before, you can do it again. And if you're tuned in and tapped into the creator, you can get new material and you can design your own program or retreat.
Workshop. Exactly.
In 1980, I put together a retreat called Spiritual Purification Retreat. It's also known as the Slow Fast Retreat. And it was designed for people to fast, do spiritual practices with earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, and reconnect with themselves in 3 days. And people were so blissed out, nobody knew how to drive home.
Sounds fantastic. Sounds
lovely.
lovely.
So this, not only this is where your work is now, but it sounds like that's where it's headed.
I've got a good voice for meditation. I've given classes in London and abroad, and people enjoy my voice when I'm guiding meditation, Sahaja Yoga meditation, for a free class. So I'd like to develop that in terms of what else can I teach with the meditation, so I can have a class with Kelly. Kelly's brilliant also at teaching meditation, asanas. We can have drinking through the nose workshop. We did it in Turkey. We had 5 people or 6 people join us.
Keep going.
They drank through the nose. They drank through the nose with us in a workshop. We gave a class to people in Turkey, and it was so successful. It was a really hot day, and it was like 5 or 6 Turkish people and 1 Hungarian lady, and they all drank through the nose water successfully in front of us. And it was like the first workshop of its kind that we've seen, that way. Fantastic blessing,
Have you noticed, and this has been my experience, maybe because I wrote a book on urine therapy, but I noticed that the more comfortable I am with the conversation about drinking your pee and using it topically, the more I start talking to my friends and the public and my clients about it, the more they find it a safe enough conversation where they can start letting somebody know they've been doing this for years and years. I had a friend he says, I'm so glad you told me. I've been drinking my pee since 1983. And I met this gal, she's 75. She's stunning. She's gorgeous. She says, well, since the 70s, I've been putting pee on my face. I said, keep it up, girl. You're looking great. So I'm finding more and more people going, it's safe enough to come out of the closet and tell people you've been practicing this. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, elevation of consciousness. You're seeing that people are getting acceptable levels, and people are able to share, and it's sprouting, flowering, and blossoming all around us, these awareness levels that we're becoming part of, becoming one with.
Yeah, and it's a confirmation that the paradigm has shifted. The tipping point is tipping, and we're helping out. And this is what I love about you guys and the work that we do out on social media, is that we help add energy to the shift to return to love and oneness. And
Like
so,
every day. Yes.
and whether you're presenting it in a form or just from your way of being and your presence, people are receiving it and shifting.
Yes. Have you noticed that after a while it becomes like water?
Our water tastes like water. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it becomes more like watery.
it gets what?
Has that happened to your has that happened to your urine? Has it transformed into water yet?
In terms of clear, in terms of viscosity, in terms of
The whole frequency of what it generally is.
all I know is I love the taste of it.
Okay, okay. But you know, I mean, do you drink other types of drinks apart from the water itself? Do you drink
My diet's mostly fruit and fresh squeezed juices.
Okay, but do you drink water?
If I do, it's distilled water.
Okay, so you do drink water. Okay, cool. Do you say mantras before you drink it?
The Shivambu, yes.
You
It's
say
more of a thanks and a prayer, but not
good.
necessarily
That's
mantras.
Okay, okay. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Yeah. What I found, because say you've got 10 different types of prayers, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you say 10 different types of prayers before you drink it, yeah, then you're gonna recognize, oh, I see what Kelly's saying now. This has become a little more like essential here. So this is what I'm saying. It's like if you've been practicing years, just saying a mantra is cool, but in a way, kind of improving the quality of the prayers before you drink it. That's how come I've integrated that. We call it vibrated grape. Yeah, we call the wine vibrated grape because once the prayer is said before you drink the wine, the wine becomes more sedated, and that way you're able to get the quality that it's like a fruit. But this is what I'm saying with respects to improving the affirmations, the poems, the praises. That way, the quality of the drink that you're having has that quality of reaction to you, because it says to itself, oh, he's saying a fresh prayer today that gives me a fresh vibration of what he's reciting from himself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I found that through the years, reciting prayers before drinking the golden water has helped the golden water to replenish, rejuvenate, and become more lighter, not heavy. Like I've recently been drinking the golden water from a coconut vessel, and the
Coconut shell?
The coconut itself, like from inside the coconut, the white.
Yeah.
The coconut vessel itself is
with the meat.
It's like an old coconut vessel.
Came inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it still has the meat in it, right?
And I've also but because it's about a year old, unfortunate enough, some of them they become like this.
Yeah, like an egg.
Yeah, yeah. But and if you break it carefully without breaking this, you can get this. And so basically, with a knife, I simply trimmed it off, and then inside I put urine in there. And also, if you want, you can scrape it and make it white.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer to keep it that way. That way, it keeps the strength to stop it from becoming weak.
Yeah.
I found if you make it white, it's easier to become weaker over time.
Yeah, well, the fabric isn't as strong.
Yeah, so keeping it brown and having the exact lid there is seems to me a perfect quality of getting that real vintage type of elixir from your urine, where you put it into a sacred type of coconut that you're fortunate enough to have saved for a few months, that has become hard enough for you to. Well, this is from a couple of years.
Yeah, you've had it for a while.
Yeah,
when you guys,
having the urine from here,
Mhm.
once the urine goes in there, it becomes a better type of way to have the quality of the urine naturally, because your hand, your own hand, is touching a material that is coming naturally from nature. So you've got the purity of that, the cleanliness of that. Yeah? Say what you want to say.
Right.
Thanks.
When you guys are doing aged urine, this question comes up a lot for people who are just now exploring aged urine. Now, from my understand, the aged urine is more of a modern understanding, because until John Armstrong wrote the book Water of Life, and he talked about 4-day aged urine, and then we had Dr. Roz Hansen show up on the scene and Monica Schuett show up on the scene, and they're talking about, this is what she told me in Las Vegas convention, that 9 months was the turning point for it being not only true aged urine, but that's when Ormus gold started appearing and the crystals started appearing, was after the 9-month period. And there are some people who've had aged urine aging for up to 8 or 9 years. Is there a time period where you would consider it's officially aged urine?
Yeah, that's a very good question. But in that way, I found with aged urine once had oneself is that, as I said to you today, I mixed it today with spunky vibrated grape wine.
Right.
So that was kept in the mouth. And what I've noticed that the urine was so surprised by all that spunky grape wine.
It was surprised.
Yeah, that I just took it to the nose quickly before it could show me how stringent it was, and how potent it was of me leaving it there for so long. But with respects to having aged urine, it is a good quality. Yeah, you have to be able to have just a little bit in the cup and then mix it with water naturally, because you can't just drink it on its own, because it's too potent. Yeah, you've got to be able to mix it with water, and then naturally you can drink it. So I can see the benefits of aged urine, because you can take a little from an aged urine.
Yeah, like homeopathic.
Yeah, mix it with water, put some fruit in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Then you've got a potent elixir. So I can see, I've already done that really oneself.
Some do it straight.
So
yeah, straight.
so I can see the benefits of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
One can see the benefits of that. So there are benefits of that. Yeah. But I've noticed these type of benefits haven't brought people together in the sense of a physical, gathering of people in a specific environment where people
Get together.
Yeah, where people that do drink their water are able to share what their virtues are for what they're doing. That way the improvements will enhance faster for the individuals themselves that are looking for that improvement. Like me and you have been doing it for over 20 years. So it would be cool to meet up and to change that kind of quality of what the emotion is. Yeah?
Well, let me tell you what you missed at the Water of Life Symposium, and I would love to see you guys there next year in Las Vegas. We had 80 people, all involved with the practice of urine therapy, all meeting, all falling in love with each other, all feeling the admiration and respect from each other. I mean, I walked into the hotel room, everybody knew me from Facebook. They're all going, Brother Sage, Brother Sage. And we all connected. And you couldn't help but notice that when you're in a room full of pee drinkers, nobody has any secrets. What can you hold back? I drink my pee, doesn't everybody? And it was so nice to just fall in love with all these people, and we're committed to do it again.
Beautiful. Yeah, we'd love to join you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if it's possible and you set your intention, anything's possible. Now, I've been reaching out to people around the world to collaborate, not only in conversations like you and I are having, but to be able to go to UK and go to Australia and go to India and have organizers. I mean, we're all gearing up to go in that direction, is to take our work global. And what I understand is the resources and the connections are everywhere. You just get really clear on the form you want to present it with, and they'll show up.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say about the nose drinking and the mouth drinking. So for any of your viewers that might be listening who haven't drunk through the nose or the mouth yet even. And so in that way, the difference between the two, I mean, how have you found it to be different? Do you drink through the mouth and the nose, or do you only drink through the nose these days?
I'm drinking primarily from the mouth. When I'm drinking through the nose, I'm typically, I try the glass. I tend to just put it in my hand and sniff it up. I even came up with a 3-ounce bottle that I can squeeze it and it goes up in the nose.
Have you ever just do the glass, straight up with the glass?
Yeah, I have. And I gagged a couple of times. It took me a while to get down about 3 or 4 ounces. And I can see where it takes practice.
Yeah, you gotta put the cup there, yeah, and you gotta breathe, and then take to the nose, and breathe, and then take to the nose.
Are you covering? Are you covering both nostrils, taking in one at a time, or both nostrils?
Yeah, both nostrils. Yeah, just take it in and breathe out. Shall I give you a little demonstration?
Yeah, please. And tell us if you're dropping your tongue or anything's happening, Samuel.
Yeah.
Let us know if anything's happening with the roof of your mouth, the inside of your cavities behind your nose, that makes it easier to bring it in.
Okay, one second. We're going to rinse the glass and we'll have a little demonstration, a little show of how to do it.
Please. This is definitely a live video.
Thanks.
These guys are keeping it real, and you guys are great teachers. Kelly.
Yes.
Are you going to be traveling with Samuel when he pulls this off, gets it together?
I might not be traveling with him when he goes, but he might be able to figure a way of how to get me to go and visit him there.
Okay, but you guys can meet up from time to time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he just really wants to go there to generate enough good weather, good environment to return here and be able to accomplish what we're doing here already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a means of a way to improve, because London gets quite cold in this weather. So it's good to go there if it's possible for him to generate a little warmth and comfort, and then return here and do what we're doing.
Get fitness there, get myself in shape on the beach, get myself proper teaching yoga. I'm gonna months if possible.
I'm gonna show you, because once you improve in drinking the water, you'll be able to do it keeping your mouth closed without having to open your mouth too. So I'm going to show you the technique, the spunky one, the one of keeping the one in the mouth.
Putting some in the mouth. And
gotcha.
In the mouth while he's drinking over the mouth.
Are you holding it or swishing it? What is he doing?
No, he's
just
holding it in his mouth, like against the teeth usually.
Also, I'm gonna while I'm drinking, I'm gonna show you a different way of doing it, to show you that you can do it in different ways. So I'm gonna do like a little
different variety.
Exactly. Perfect.
All right, brother, go ahead.
Show them so you can see exactly. Yeah.
You point at the camera. There we go. All right, his mouth is definitely closed.
He's got it in the mouth, and he's drinking over the mouth, into the nasal cavity, and down the back of the throat, behind the mouth. Like a
and he's able to swallow it with ease.
Yeah, swallow it with ease. And if he needs to have a breath, he can just let it stop, breathe through his nose like a snorkel, and carry on.
Okay, you're going to show us another technique? Yeah, there it is.
Holding the cup in reverse, upside down.
Yeah, we can see it better there.
Different positions bring out different results.
Mm-hmm.
The benefits.
Is he thinking about anything in particular, or just how's he going to get it down?
Say mantras while he's drinking.
Okay.
Mantras.
Beautiful.
So he's letting it out the mouth now.
So the one in the mouth has just been liberated into the cup. So the key is to keep the one in the mouth without swallowing it while you're drinking the water through the nose.
Okay.
Now, the one that was in the mouth, I've saved it and I've kept it here. Now it becomes all, I said to you, spunky, because all your saliva gets gargled up while you're drinking.
It's all mixed in it.
Yeah. So what this does, I've noticed that it improves the mouth, the throat, and because you're not naturally taking anything to the mouth. So while people in the world around you are talking, having a drink, eating food, Here you are drinking through the nose, not even using the mouth at all. So that's an energy saver for me. That I'm aware, collectively speaking, people are using their mouth everywhere, smoking, doing whatever they're doing. And here I am, not even using the mouth at all.
Yeah.
The mouth is like on vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a break.
Yeah, exactly. It's taking a break. It's relaxing. So this one now is for me. This is the elixir of the experience because I've saved it while I've been drinking through those, and now here it is. So then you drink that, and as you notice when you're drinking it, it's all soft and tangy, and it's like an alien, yeah, in itself, yeah. It's like snot, but it's not. It's just your own pure saliva with the water you've had in the mouth.
It enhances it.
Exactly. That way, when you take it to the nose, you say, "Oh, it's like jelly, soft jelly, that your brain. It's like an elixir for the brain because you're getting all that softness and all that tangled up, moisture."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like.
Yeah, but I know it sounds ridiculous. But
No, it sounds like it's almost like homeopathic, where you're drinking something with the texture of brain fat and brain parts, but it's in the liquid form in your glass. It's like you're giving your brain back to the brain.
Yeah.
It's feeding the brain with liquid. It's feeding the brain with nutrients through the nose that you can't achieve with the mouth. And people have to accept the nose is the one to reach the brain.
Yeah.
Makes a whole lot of sense. We're going to come to the end of. Go ahead. We're going to get close.
The water is very cleansing with respect to just drinking normal water. I mean, it's all right drinking your own urine, yeah, through the nose, yeah. But
yeah.
Once you have normal water, have you had normal water yet?
Define normal water.
I mean, distilled water.
Yes.
You've had distilled water through the nose.
I've had this. No, only urine. I'll try that next.
I've got you. I've got you there, Mr. Dr. Sage. I've got you there.
You got me there. So listen, guys.
Got you get it? Because once you have normal cold water to nose, you say, "Oh my gosh, drinking to nose is fantastic."
So you're suggesting I use cold water or tap water? I mean,
now,
room temperature water.
Do it now. Do it now. Right now.
Cool water.
Now. Yeah, use cool water right now. Yeah, and you're gonna say, "Wow." Yeah, you're gonna feel like you wanna go outside and go have a run.
Excellent, excellent. I will try that afterwards. I do have a couple of clients right after this call. We're going to come to a close here, but I would like each one of you to offer some advice or suggestions to the viewers to make their appreciation of either urine drinking through the nose or life advice to make their life better. Something you can offer to viewers before we go.
Okay. I'd like to say, be aware of, write your dreams down as much as possible. Be aware of your dreams. Practice being aware of your sleep. Become aware of meditation, Sahaja Yoga, and of your chakras. And essential, learn how to, quote, fuck or make love.
Mm-hmm.
Men and women need to learn how to make love properly and appreciate love making, not let love making for 2 hours and then after they don't even remember what happened.
Yeah, who are they making love to?
Whatever happened, what the emotion was, how he was sucking her breast, how she was, whatever, yeah? It's not remembered, yeah? So all that quality needs to be readdressed and combine that with the golden water, you're in heaven's path, yeah?
Samuel?
Yes. I want to say, well, what he said, I want to echo what Kelly said, I agree what he said about the elixir, about the chakras, about the Tao, and also whatever you've done in the past, there's nothing that can prevent you from entering these realms. So you have to learn to forgive yourself for your past actions and also clarify what you've done and what you're forgiving as discrimination of what you're forgiving, and also learning not to keep doing the same errors for yourself or for other people, not to allow them. Like, be discriminate, be aware, be attentive of who's around you and be free of your past as well. Don't hold on to your past any longer. That's it. Start fresh.
Yeah, good advice. And I'm inviting all the viewers to take that to heart, take the messages of Samuel and Kelly Ra. And if you will, at this time, leave us with any kind of contact information, website address,
Yes,
so that our viewers can follow up with you.
please. The
Samuel.
website is drinkingthroughthenose.com, drinkingthroughthenose.com. And that's our free book there. You can download a book, and if you want to donate something, feel free. There's a donate page, and there's a book there that you can download, 125 pages with photos.
Nice.
And then also our Facebook is, my Facebook that we both use is Samuel G Cohen, and Kelly Ra is on YouTube. You can watch his videos. He's put about 20 videos there, and that's Kelly Ra Saliba on YouTube. Kelly, Kelly, Ra, R-A, and then Saliba, Saliba, and that's his YouTube channel. And check him out. He's got some good videos there. I've watched a few and I've enjoyed them highly.
Beautiful, beautiful, guys. My website is brothersage.com, and you can find out everything about me and all my connections and my books and writings. And there's 300 free affirmations if people want to upgrade their thoughts. I work a lot with affirmations therapy, as well as helping people to find their way back to center.
Excellent.
I want to thank you guys for being the guests on the show today, and whatever I can do to support your work. We'll get these videos around social media, and blessings to you and everybody who is brought into your world. They'll be blessed as well.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much, Brother Sage.
Brother Sage. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
You're worth it, my friends.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us be here.